break. Having a break from a lot of stress that I've been feeling, which isn't a good thing. I often come here to relax. It's a nice place, and there's not one of those noisy things over there, but normally there isn't. It's a quiet beach. Yesterday was really sunny here. I was here yesterday as well, here for the weekend. And yeah, this is my favourite beach to go to, because it's quite quiet and nice. It's the morning at the moment. I'm finding that I have to really drag myself out of bed, but it's worth it, because if I stay in bed, it's not a good thing, even at the weekend. I need to get out there. I'm the kind of person that needs to get out and get straight out of bed. I also need to just have my stuff next to the bed, so I can just get dressed really quickly, get outside. So yeah, mental health, very important. I've been struggling with that lately because my mum's not doing so well. But we have to carry on, don't we? So coming here helps me. I feel kind of guilty coming here, but because I want to be there for my mum. But I was starting to have a lot more focal seizures, just from the worry and stress. And also just environmentally, coming here improves my seizure threshold. So I feel much better in these kind of surroundings. Nice clean air, close to the ocean. That's always very relaxing for me, being close to the ocean. Getting away from all the noise as well. Just being on my own, time to reflect. And I prioritise that. It's really important for me. I'm actually doing some work here as well. So working on my thesis for the final year at university. And it's funny that when you're in a relaxing area, or at least when I am, I can actually get more work done than if I, say, go to a library and with lots of people and I'm worried about the deadline. If I don't think about deadlines, I actually seem to get a lot more done. And if I don't feel compelled to do it, if I don't feel like I have to do it. My diet here, I've mostly been fasting because I can't eat most of the stuff. Even if I was to go to a restaurant and want seafood, you don't know if it's wild or farmed or whatever. So, mostly fasting. I do have some tinned sardines with me, but that's about it really. I feel better when I don't eat a lot of the time anyway. One thing I've noticed is I've had these focal seizures in the evenings. It's like at a routine time every evening, and I've had to take frankincense to reverse these auras that I've been having, which I don't really want to do. It means there's something wrong if I constantly need to remedy it with frankincense. I have it sublingually, and it works amazingly well. It always seems to have a beneficial effect, but I don't want to keep relying on it. There must be something. I'll turn this around. There must be something underlying there that makes me feel like I need it. Well, not feel like I need it. I do need it, but it's just, yeah. I don't feel like I should need to have it. There's something underlying there, and it's probably the stress. There's probably some neuroinflammation from just not having. I think how it manifests itself is I don't feel actually stressed, but my sleep quality isn't as good, and with epilepsy you have the seizure threshold is it's on a clock, you could say. So it's associated with the clock genes, and if you don't get adequate sleep, it messes that up, and then you have certain times in the day where your seizure threshold is quite high, and others where it's quite low. And I remedy that by having the frankincense essential oil under my tongue. The only one you can have that I've found in that fashion that doesn't seem to have any kind of toxicity is doTERRA, and it works amazingly well. Just every time I have it, it works, but I don't want to always be reliant on it because I'm taking it more than I used to be. These morning walks help as well with my epilepsy. Just my symptoms practically non-existent now. My seizure threshold now is highest first thing in the morning. But if I don't go out, it's not. So I need to get out first thing in the morning. If I stay in, I have loads of triggers inside. Especially in stuffy rooms, just it's a major trigger for me. But then when I get outside, I don't have any symptoms. So things like chemicals and just poor air quality and these stuffy rooms just are terrible for me. I'll turn this around because it's nice to see the seaside. But yeah, I feel a lot better here. I wish I could live here because just symptomatically I feel fantastic. I feel really good. My triggers are mainly environmental as well as diet. Diet's a huge trigger, but it also is environmental stuff and things. Very descriptive. Stuff and things. And try not to think too much. The mental health aspect is huge, as I've said. Keeping neuroinflammation down. That's why the frankincense is helping me so much. And I'm hoping it's like a plaster over a wound, that I don't need to have it all the time. Though it is helping me tremendously at the moment. And I'll continue this walk right to the edge. Well, as far as I can go until I get tired. There's hardly anyone here, which is nice. I like it. That's how I like it. So anyway, that's Bournemouth Beach. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk.